Hello everyone! This is Rochelle Gatos of Sistema Solutions. Today, I'm going to show you how to use shortcut dimensions in GL entries for financial reporting. Before we start, please don't forget to visit our YouTube channel, and there are more content on our website as well. So feel free to visit our online channels for more information about Sistema Solutions and Dynamics Business Central. I believe previous sessions have some informative webinars using Wave 1 and Wave 2 application enhancement. Please let me know if you have special requests and I can customize a Sistema webinar for you and your company. In this session, we will talk about using shortcut dimension in GL entries for financial reporting. Let's talk about what is dimension. Dimensions are values that categorize entries so you can track and analyze them on documents such as sales orders, sales invoice. Another example is to set up a dimension call department and use this dimension every time that you're posting a sales document. In lower version, one of the limitations is not having the ability to see shortcut dimension in general ledger entries. What has been identified in general ledger setup are global dimensions. These are the two available dimensions that you can only see in general ledger entries this page. In Wave 2 Business Central, which is available since January 11, 2021, you have the ability to set up shortcut dimension and ability to view shortcut dimensions from general ledger entries list page. So let's get started here. For demo purposes, I'm using Kronos Canada demo database. As you can see, I added dimension page in my role center. So let me start with adding a dimension. To add dimension, click Dimensions. It will bring out the dimension list page. Click New. Of course, if you're a NAV or Business Central user, you already know how to add a dimension. But for the purpose of this demo, I will start off adding a dimension and setting it up in the general ledger setup. Let's say project. Give it a name. So once you have your dimension, click Dimension, Dimension Values. So now you can add your dimension values. Project 1, for example. Depends on the name of your dimension. So from here, you can see that I have 3 dimensions from my dimension list. So let's go to our general ledger setup to set up your shortcut dimension. From the general ledger setup page, you will see that under the dimension FASTA, we have global dimension 1, global dimension 2, and shortcut dimension 1 to 8. As I mentioned, in the previous version or lower version, you can set up dimensions in the general ledger setup, but there's only 2 dimensions that you can see in the general ledger entries. That is the global dimension and global dimension 2. So now let's select and set up the shortcut dimension 4 as the new dimension that I just created. Project, sample like that. So after setting up the shortcut dimension 4, let's double check in the general ledger entries if we can see that dimension. Go to search icon there and type general ledger. General ledger entries. So under this page, as you can see, we have the global dimension and shortcut dimension 1 and 2, which is department code and customer group code. As I mentioned in previous version, you can only see global dimension, shortcut dimension 1 and 2 in the general ledger entries page. But in the Wave 2 Business Central, as you can see, part of the enhancement is we can see the additional shortcut dimension. Remember, in the general ledger setup, we have the shortcut dimension 3 and shortcut dimension 4, which is area code and project code. This is very useful if the accountant or controller wants to analyze the general ledger entries based on department or based on the different dimensions that they set up in the general ledger setup. So that's how easy it is. You now know how to use shortcut dimensions in GL entries for financial reporting. Thank you again for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more tips and tricks and how-to videos on Dynamics Business Central. Thank you. See you soon.